So find how you can buy everything you need to complete this project, along with many other creative DIY kits. Today's kit is brought to you by Duck Brand.
Hey, you ready to go to my mom's?
You know what, honey? I gotta paint all this. It's pretty much an all-day job.
Oh, okay. I'll be back later.
Okay.
Mwah.
Say goodbye to all-day jobs with Duck Brand quick corners and perfect release painting tapes. Just tape on, paint, and pull. Duck Brand painting tapes. Get the duck to do it. Whack.
Hello?
What you doing?
Painting?
Take a trip with DIY to get your craft seaworthy on Shipshape Boating. Sunday at 9 Eastern on DIY. Online at DIYnet.com.
We've marched into Hinesville, Georgia, home of the 3rd Infantry Division of the U.S. Army, to give the Childers family the help they need with their home improvement projects. While husband David is away defending our country, we're here to offer John and Childers a little help on the home front. Let's face it, everyone can use a helping hand once in a while, including those who protect our country. When duty calls, they have to drop what they're doing around the house and deploy. So, home repair and improvements just have to wait, right? Well, not anymore, because the DIY crew is here to offer help on the home front. Guys, this must be the place. Hi, I'm Ed Del Grande.
I'm Jay Baker.
And I'm Scott Branscombe. Welcome to DIY's Help on the Home Front, the show where military families get a little help around the house from our DIY crew.
While they have family members serving overseas, we've come to their town to serve them.
Let's say an infantryman is remodeling his kitchen and he gets his marching orders, or an Air Force pilot is redoing his bathroom and has to take off. Either way, we're here to help.
And either way, let's go meet John and Childers.
John, I know that you really miss your husband, but what is the one thing that you really miss the most?
Can we talk about that on TV?
Remember, it's a family show.
In all honesty, I miss him the most for the children. A month is an eternity to them. So when we said, Daddy's going to be gone the whole school year, they're looking at these next couple of weeks of school like, we're nearing the end. Finally, Daddy's coming home.
Sergeant First Class David Childers used to be a drill sergeant, but currently commands a Bradley fighting vehicle and platoon of 40 soldiers. A native Floridian and a 15-year veteran of the Army, he's been away for nearly a year now.
And I'm so thankful things are settling down over there, because truly, when the end of the school year came, I didn't know what we were going to do to keep them busy for the rest of the summer.
For a lot of kids, summer would be spent playing in the yard. But the Childers' yard isn't the most kid-friendly place in the world. For instance, the neighbor's dog isn't mean, it just gets a little too excited when the kids play in the backyard.
And although I don't think he's terribly ferocious, he's very intimidating, especially to the small ones that look at him in the face and see nothing but teeth. He's excitable, so when the kids would walk out in the backyard, they'd turn right around and come right back in. We just really wanted to have something to kind of separate the yards and give a little safety, a little privacy. A privacy fence would be priority on my list, simply so that the children are contained and I don't have to worry about any predators. Then it would be awesome for them to have something to do back there. The idea of a play gym is really ideal. Ideal. They need it.
Well, guys, we got a lot of stuff to get started on. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's our basic plan, folks. A privacy fence, a play area for the kids, and maybe we can spruce the lawn up while we're here. And remember, all the projects we do on this show are laid out for you step by step at DIYnet.com.
Don't go anywhere, because we're just getting started with our redo of the Childers' backyard right here on DIY's Help on the Home Front.
Get ready for high-tech how-to with the Do-It-Yourself Network's Robot Rivals. Tonight at 9 Eastern on DIY. Online at DIYnet.com.
People who love their pets this much don't shop in a supermarket. Supermarkets are for people. Petco is for pets. Petco, where the pets go.
What should we do with their hair today? Wear it up, down, spike it.
People who love their pets this much deserve to save at Petco. Save $5 with the instant coupon on select large bags of Eukanuba large breed formula dog food. Petco, where the pets go.
Two teams going head-to-head. A fully stocked tool warehouse. One project. And only 8 hours to do it. Warehouse Warriors.
1, 2, 3, back again! Hold on to your drawers. We're locking the doors.
Maybe they won't notice it.
You'll never make it.
We've got you beat.
Warehouse Warriors. Monday at 9 Eastern on DIY. Presented by Discover Card. It pays to discover.
Welcome back to DIY's Help on the Home Front. There's no way of knowing when our soldiers will be called to action far from home. For many of these brave men and women and their families, everyday tasks such as home repairs have been set aside, especially when there are kids to take care of too.
While her husband David is away on military assignment, Jonna is taking care of 5 children. There's Megan, who's 11, 7-year-old Annie, 10-year-old Sydney, Kara, 5 years old, and Joe, who's 3 years old. It takes a lot of time to oversee the schedules of 5 kids, and Jonna has precious little time to catch her breath. Maybe she'll have a little more time to breathe inside if the kids are outside. So let's get to work on our backyard makeover.
Today, the DIY crew includes the guys from One Stop Remodeling in Savannah, Georgia. They just about have our fencing materials unloaded, so we'll start with that project first. Here's a quick overview of the job. We'll be using a vinyl fence system from Westech. It'll run out a few feet from one side of the house and then turn into the backyard. Then it'll run back until it's even with the neighbor's fence and cut across to tie into that fence. Then our vinyl fence will come off the neighbor's fence and run back towards the house, cut back in, and stop at the other side of the house.
Let me show you the way this vinyl fencing works. It's really very unintimidating once you get the hang of it. It's like a child's toy. These panels fit together with a tongue and groove section right there. And they have one on both sides. Stand it up, make sure it's level, and then the top and the bottom have a groove that accepts this part. So you bring up your top, line up the groove, even gives you a little room for float in case you're going against unlevel ground. Now look, 2 clips, and there's a clip on the other side. That fits into the fence post, and when you hear those clips go, you're tight. It's a really great idea. It's like a child's toy, and I love it.
Every fence has posts, and to drill our post holes, we're using a 2-man auger. You can find one of these machines at most rental stores. The posts will be spaced every 8 feet. That means we'll have about 26 holes to dig, so we'll be busy for a while.
We're getting ready to lay out the play structure. Now, when you're building a swing set, be sure to follow the manufacturer's instruction. This one says we need at least a 28 by 28 foot area. We're going to go ahead and build a little bit larger, 28 by 32. Gives the kids plenty of area to swing back and forth and remain safe within that play area. In this instance, we're going to use landscape timbers. We're going to stack them 3 high. The landscape timbers will be nailed to each other. And then we're going to use a piece of rebar. We're going to drill through these, all 3 of them, and put a piece of rebar down. It'll help keep these 3 landscape timbers intact.
Inside the perimeter and actually incorporated into it, we'll build a sandbox. There'll be a play set too. The play set is a pretty simple structure. 3 A-frames support a ridge beam, and the ridge beam is what most of the fun stuff hangs from. We'll install a couple of swings, a pair of rings, and a set of climbing ropes. We're also going to build a platform with a slide attached to it and steps leading up to it. Pretty cool, huh? But first, we have to finish the perimeter.
For this play structure, make sure it's good and strong. We want to stagger the joints on these landscape timbers. As you see, this seam doesn't match up with this seam, and they stagger each way. That gives us a lot of strength. If you put your seams together, it tends to want to break apart. These guys know what they're doing. I'm going to let them get to it.
Okay. All right, this is our first corner post. The reason it's important to put your corners in before you put the rest of your fence in is because you're going to want to run a string line across the top of those. You want to keep it even so that it's not only straight with your bottom string line, but it's also even at the top with your other string line, right?
That's correct.
And the reason you put in your bracing is because the bracing is going to hold it in place when we pour the concrete. Ready to do a little more work?
Let's go.
Okay, let's do it.
Each post should be seated at least 2 feet deep in the hole, and you need to make sure the posts are plumb before you nail the 2x4s in place to support the post during the construction process. Be sure to keep an eye on how the top line of your fence is coming along too, so you won't end up with panels at different heights.
Jonna wants to keep a section of her backyard looking green. You know, like bushes and grass and nice things like that. However, to keep things looking green, especially in this heat, you do need an in-ground sprinkler system. Well, those can be very expensive, so let me show you how to install an in-ground sprinkler system on a budget. Here's my plan. I'll run a 3/4-inch PVC pipe underground from the silcock to the part of the yard I want to water with the sprinkler. A lot of this yard will be taken over by the playground, but this area right here still needs to be watered. Our sprinkler system will run from the silcock here to this spot. The great thing about a system like this is that it eliminates hoses lying around and tripping people up. All the water will travel underground. First, I'll attach a Y valve to the silcock. This valve gives us a separate nozzle for a hose and dedicated sprinkler line. The next step is to find the approximate center of the area I want to cover with the sprinkler. There, I'll install a 4-inch PVC cleanout. The cleanout will be used to cover the end of the line in the wintertime and to prevent debris from getting into it. Keep in mind, you can run this type of sprinkler system about as long as a standard garden hose, but you'll need to dig a 6-inch trench from the cleanout back to the silcock, and you'll want it to be as straight as possible. PVC is flexible, but only to a degree. When the trench is finished, put a layer of gravel under the cleanout. This will give the PVC cleanout a foundation to sit on.
Well, it looks like all of our projects are moving right along, but it sure is hot out here. We'll take a quick break for lemonade and be back in a flash. Stay with us here on DIY's Help on the Home Front.
Lowe's celebrates the 4th of July with all American values. Save $5 on every gallon of American Tradition paint. Spend $99 on Werner ladders and get a $30 gift card free with mail-in rebate. Only at Lowe's.
Hello? What? They're interested in the house? Well, that's great. Now? No, now is not a good time. Not a good time.
Does your real estate agent care about your schedule? Century 21 Pledge Point number 4. Century 21 agents value and respect your time.
You're where?
Just one of the ways to help reduce the stress of selling real estate. Century 21, real estate for your world.
Come to Hancock Fabrics for our July 4th weekend sale. You'll find great savings throughout the store. Plus, get an extra 10% off your entire purchase this Thursday through Sunday.
Hancock, your fabric store, and so much more.
Any recipe that starts out open 3 beers is worth a shot. Add a pack of Johnsonville brats, simmer with onions, adjust recipe to 4 beers, grill and serve with your favorite condiments. And if the first bite reminds a certain someone she picked Mr. Right, well, welcome to Heaven on a Bun. Welcome to Johnsonville.
Lowe's celebrates the 4th of July with all American values. Get Charbroil's biggest Big Easy Grill for only $2.49. Buy any Charbroil gas grill and take home this grilling guide CD with 175 recipes free. Only at Lowe's.
Talk to DIY on the Do-It-Yourself Network. Home improvement projects have never been easier with experts Brad Staggs and Linda Lyday ready to lend a hand. Tomorrow at 8 Eastern on DIY. Online at DIYnet.com. You're watching Help on the Home Front on DIY. Online at DIYnet.com.
Real people, real results in 6 weeks.
I'm a whole new person. In just 6 weeks, I lost 20 pounds, which is just fantastic.
I think I lost 5 inches around my tummy.
In 6 weeks, I lost 19.5 pounds.
Call for a free video or DVD that tells you all about the home gym that guarantees real results for real people just like you. Bowflex.
Working out with Bowflex was fun.
I was able to transition from one exercise to another very seamlessly.
All it takes is one simple workout, 20 minutes, 3 times a week.
I like the leg curls. You can just really feel you're working the backs of your legs.
Everything has surprised me. The way I look, the way I feel.
I feel like I could take on the world. You know, grr.
Real people, real results, real Bowflex. Call 1-800-231-3600 to get your free video or DVD and check out the entire Bowflex lineup. That's 1-800-231-3600.
Grab a glue gun or a paintbrush and get ready to do it yourself.
You name it, we'll make it.
DIY Crafts. Tomorrow at 4:30 Eastern on DIY. Online at DIYnet.com. What are you making?
DIY salutes our troops overseas with a very special home repair workshop from Fort Stewart, Georgia. While they're on the front lines, we bring their loved ones help on the home front. Coming up next on DIY, online at DIYnet.com.
Welcome back to DIY's Help on the Home Front, the show where the DIY team steps in to help military families in need of home repair and improvement while a loved one is overseas. Today we're improving the backyard at the Children's Home near Savannah, Georgia to make it more kid-friendly.
So this isn't just a gift to our family for pleasure. This is safety. This is providing us something that my husband would love to provide for us if he were around, and that perhaps we would have been able to do eventually, but certainly not while he's gone. So we truly appreciate this gift.
Now it's back out into the sun in our backyard makeover. Jay has the posts installed for the privacy fence, and Scott's moving right along on the play area. And me, well, I'm still working on the sprinkler. Okay, we're ready to install the PVC pipe. When working with PVC pipe, make sure you connect your pipe with PVC fittings. We'll need some couplings because, of course, if you go over 10-foot lengths, you will have to add some piping, and this joins two pieces together. And to come up out of the ground, we'll need some 90s. Right over here's a 90, and you can see that changes the direction. And now we'll come up with a short piece, and this will get us above grade. Once we're above grade, we could put what's called a male adapter. Very important, this is not a hose thread, so don't try to connect your hose to it. For that, you'll need this right here. This is called a hose to male connector, and it screws on like this. Make sure you use your Teflon tape to go around the threads, and you put that in place, and hey, this will be one side done. Next step will be out by the sprinkler. You'll probably need to cut the PVC, so pick up some cutters. You can find them at most hardware stores. Once the pipe is cut to fit, just put it together. Don't forget to use PVC primer and cement, or you may have a leak. On the threaded male adapter, be sure to use some Teflon tape for a good seal. With everything connected, you can install your cleanout and add some more gravel. Then it's just a matter of backfilling the trench. But remember, if you have any joints, leave them uncovered until you pressure test the system.
Meanwhile, back in privacy fence land, we're continuing on around the fence line, snapping the panel assemblies into the posts and checking for plumb as we go. When you do this, make sure you're not leaving too big a gap at the bottom of the panels. You can always raise or lower the posts a little bit at this point until you've created a nice fence line.
Now, our play structure is 3 landscape timbers high, but our sandbox that's going in it is locked into that structure, and it's going to be 5 landscape timbers high, right? And we're overlapping this. It's going to lock the whole thing together and make it nice and strong. Let's get Earl. Let's get another one.
To give our play area timbers a little more stability, we're installing some rebar. Drill holes a little smaller in diameter than the diameter of the rebar and pound the rebar into place until it's flush with the top of the timber. You should install rebar every 2 feet or so. Jay's taking a little break from the fence to give me a hand with rounding off some of the sharp corners on the play area timbers. A reciprocating saw or sawzall is definitely the best tool for the job. He'll just finish off the edge with a hand sander to eliminate any splinters.
How's it going, Jay?
Well, it's going well. I got that corner done there. I think it's pretty safe, and then I went down there and got that one for you.
It looks great. You know what, though? The sand truck's on its way. Landscape fabric has to go down so we can keep these weeds down in the sandbox.
Okay. Well, the fastest way might be to divide and conquer. I can take care of this little area by myself, right. And I've found you pretty much a playground expert that's going to give you a hand with the big one.
Work harder than you?
Oh, yeah.
I'll take him.
Yeah. Joe, come over here.
All right. How's it going?
Hey, little man.
You my new helper?
Have a seat right there. You ready to help?
Yeah.
Yeah? You think he's a pretty hard worker?
Yeah.
Yeah? You think you can work him into the ground?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me give you a little secret. It's not that hard to do.
All right, Joe, you ready to go get started?
Yeah.
Come on, bud.
There you go.
Installing landscaping fabric is as easy as rolling out carpet. You just want to make sure you don't miss any spots. Once the fabric is down, secure it with fabric staples. Just push them right through the fabric and into the ground. Kara seems to prefer using a hammer on the staples.
Look at that. We're putting together our swing set. We just got finished with our play area perimeter. We had our landscape fabric down. A great idea. Buy a kit. It comes with all these neat brackets. It helps you get your angles together. And also make sure that you put together a nice, safe play structure. It's very important. We were putting together A-frames. We're going to have a swing and some slides, but the kit is really helping us, and always follow your manufacturer's directions. The swing set is very simple. It's basically just a few A-frames that support a ridge beam. You should definitely use screws to put together any kind of play set because they'll hold a lot better than nails. A kit like this one goes together pretty quickly with pros like Earl and John helping out. We'll go ahead and drill holes through the ridge beam to install fasteners for all the accessories. A-frames, a platform for the slide, and steps up to the platform. They're all cut to size with a chop saw.
Meanwhile, the sand truck has missed its mark, and that means a lot of extra shoveling for Jay, and he gets back to work. Stay with us. DIY's Help on the Homefront crew will finish up the Childers' backyard when we return.
Get your summer project started at Lowe's with this special credit offer. Pay nothing for 12 months. That's 0 payments and 0 interest for a whole year when you use your Lowe's card on all purchases store-wide of $2.99 or more. Now that's improving home improvement.
Did you know the air quality in your home can be 2 to 5 times worse than outdoors? That your air conditioner can recirculate allergens like pet dander and dust, which can aggravate allergies and asthma? This summer, change to a Filtrete filter from 3M. Filtrete filters are up to 30 times better than fiberglass filters at capturing airborne dust, pet dander, mold spores, and pollen. And they meet Health House guidelines. If you don't take care of the air in your home, who will? Filtrete filters.
Is your garage, basement, or attic a catch-all for all your extra stuff? Then you need Highloft, the patented ceiling-mounted shelf that turns unused ceiling space into valuable storage space. Easily add hundreds of square feet of storage with Highloft. Store seasonal items, luggage, coolers, sporting goods, and more. Get it up and out of your way, safe from water and flood damage. Highloft for all your home storage solutions. Check us out at www.highloft.com. That's www.highloft.com.
Lowe's celebrates the 4th of July with all American values. Save $5 on every gallon of American Tradition paint. Spend $99 on Werner ladders and get a $30 gift card free with mail-in rebate. Only at Lowe's.
Nobody makes a sandwich like Sara Lee. Fresh slice to order. Ask for Sara Lee deli meats and cheeses exclusively in the deli.
Wow. Thanks, honey.
No problem.
Welcome back to DIY's Help on the Homefront. For information on any of today's projects or materials, please check out our website at DIYnet.com.
Well, we're deep into our backyard makeover project. The privacy fence is nearly complete, the play area is almost done, and I'm ready to try out the sprinkler I put together. We're happy to help out the Childers family, because John's husband David is off serving our country. Otherwise, he'd be doing this. But the Childers kids need a nice, safe place to play now, so let's get back to work. Our extension line is installed and it's backfilled. And here's a tip to remember. If you live in a cold climate, make sure you get a compressor and blow it out with air in the wintertime so the water won't freeze and destroy the pipe. Well, we're ready to test this one out. It's a good idea to blow it out with water right now. That way, if there's any sand or dirt that got in the pipe, it'll blow out into the atmosphere before you put it to your sprinkler. Ready? Here we go. Woo-hoo-hoo.
It looks like our new playset is nearly finished. All that's left is installing the lag bolts that the swings, rings, and ropes will hang from. Remember to lock the bolts down up top with the locking nuts for safety's sake. And we can't forget the slide. It's firmly anchored to the platform we built earlier. At the bottom of the slide is a layer of sand, and we'll add pine bark later for a safe landing area.
All right, we've secured our posts with 2x4s, but then once we get them right where we want them, we're putting in our concrete mix, and then we're going to fill it with water. Now, luckily, when we got down to the bottom of our holes, we had plenty of moisture in there, but if you don't, you just correct it with a hose, make sure that that concrete's good and saturated. Once it's set up, it'll be like iron in the ground. Ready?
Yep.
We'll leave the 2x4s in place at least overnight so the concrete can cure.
Good. Okay, putting on the caps on the top of our poles is actually a pretty easy procedure. Again, like a child's toy. You take the cap, you put a little PVC cement, which is here, in the inside of the cap, all the way around the edge, and then you put it on top, and you pop it down. Done. Not bad, huh?
One of the last touches we're adding to this backyard is some landscaping. We'll create a little oasis in the corner of the yard and 2 more on each side of the play area, using 4x4s to kind of frame it out.
The climbing rope's in place, the slide's in place, and so are the swings. It's almost ready for the kids to enjoy it, but be sure to follow your manufacturer's instructions to make sure that you build a safe play set.
The Pine Bark truck is here. According to the National Program for Playground Safety, we need to put down the bark at a depth of about 9 inches to make sure all the kids have safe landings from swings, rings, or slides.
Someone thought of a lot of work around here today. You know, I thought the neighbor's dog was the only thing that bit, but today we almost bit off more than we could chew.
And we almost choked on it.
Oh.
But now they got a different kind of bark to worry about.
I know, but it looks great.
It does.
Yeah. Let's go get John and show her.
If I can get up.
Come on out.
Whew! We sure got a lot done. We started out with a barren backyard and made it safe for the kids with a privacy fence. We built a play area for plenty of family fun and exercise, and Ed built a sprinkler system to keep everything green. Top it all off with a little landscaping, and I think the Childress family will be pretty happy with what we've done. Let's find out.
All right.
Wave your arms.
Woo! All right. You're going to go up that ladder, too?
Are you high up there? Here you go. Come on up here. Ready? Whoa! Wait, you know how to do that? Try it again.
Not bad, huh? Nice.
Guys, I cannot tell you how wonderful a gift you've given us. Thank you so much for all you've done. It's an unspeakable gift. It will be treasured for years. Thank you again.
Well, you made us feel good, too.
Absolutely. You're very welcome. Fred Del Grande, Scott Branscombe, and myself, Jay Baker. This has been DIY's Help on the Home Front. Let's go, guys.
Let's go back to the movie set. What's up, Joe?
Joe, hop up in there. I'll push.
Hey, you like that? Pretty good, huh?
Go! Yay!